The recording has officially begun. Take it away, Burn.
Hey, welcome to the show, guys. Before Kyle rants whatever's on his mind, I'd like to say that Google had an amazing video showing off something for me, the lazy, and someone who doesn't like talking to people on the phone. They showed that they had an AI call a real hair salon and made a hair appointment.
What?
And it apparently it has deep learning where it learns the nuances of people.
Dude, we're all fucked, man. We are all fucked.
Yeah,
deep learning.
It was like, I'd like to make an appointment for between 10 and 2. And they're like, oh, we don't have anything. And the computer was like, what about 10 a.m.? And then it just made the appointment.
Was it a robot-y voice?
No, it was like a human voice. And the person on the other end thought I was talking to a human.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Throw that in with like Alexa or Google Home. You can say like, Alexa, order me a pizza, and it'll be like, hey, thanks, Colby. Do you want your regular order or would you like to specialize it? And it's like, what?
Dude, but AI is going to be the greatest fucking thing when it comes to like these soft ass fucking snowflake people. Cause they'll be like, hey, Alexa, order me a fucking pizza, please. And they're like, from the calculations of your body, you should be eating a salad with no ranch. Sorry. And then you know how much people are going to freak out, but how can you be mad at a machine? That's a thing. We won't be adjusted to, a machine with a subconscious. So we'll still look at it as a machine.
Here's what it's going to be with the snowflakes is that eventually they're going to have robots that are just going to do everything for us. And people are going to be like, oh, now we need to talk about robot rights.
Oh,
for sure. 100%.
Oh, it's going to happen.
I think that's already
a thing.
I think it's already a thing.
Yeah, well, especially if it develops like feeling and stuff like that. I mean, you would literally have to. I think it makes sense, but the thing is,
but why would we program something that could develop feelings?
Well, it just might. Is with AI.
It just might. I see what you're saying.
It will happen eventually. That's the thing. Like, you think all these movies like iRobot and like Terminator are like just pulled out of somebody's ass and be like, that would never fucking happen. Like, it literally, maybe not like to the extent of like Terminator, but like the iRobot shit will fucking happen. We will have robots, and we will have, eventually somebody will figure out how these robots will have a subconscious. Yeah, and then eventually they'll lead to them.
The robots will be like, who are these humans? And they are a problem.
Yeah, and it's the documentary I was talking about last episode about Elon Musk. He just shared it, and he was in part of it. Like, it literally is showing like all these super smart people are like, this will fucking happen. Like the best thing for us to do is probably to like stop technology growth like right now.
Stephen Hawking said it was how the world was going to end, didn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Well, look at you guys in sync drinking at the same time. Speaking of last episode, I think that was one of our best ones ever, dude. We were just flowing.
Yeah, lots of people really liked it. Does my hand still look like it's shaking? I just got done solo.
Oh, got minis. That's a sick shirt, dude.
I already saw it though.
What? Where'd you get that from? Did you make it yourself?
Evan Eckerd.
Oh, I know who he is.
Shout out, Evan.
He used to do like CNET stuff, right? Or he was like his designer. Yeah.
But back to my shake. Colby was just on my team.
That's why
he died kind of midway through the game.
21 left.
You know what Daddy comes and does? What does Daddy do when Daddy's solo?
He wins the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I must have been playing some tards.
in a bush.
No,
he didn't.
I ended up taking
the other day, Kyle was the last alive in a squad game, and he ended up with 11 kills and won the game for us. Yeah. And he wasn't camping either. He was pushing with the sniper rifle. And
Kyle doesn't want his teammates to stay alive. He wants it to be just him.
Dude, I honestly think he plays better that way. Clutches up.
Yeah, so I had like a dude. I sniped a dude. His buddy was getting him up. I fucking sniped that guy, and then another dude came out and was getting up that person. And then I missed that shot, but it would have been fucking sweet. But yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Were you just shaking?
Oh, I really was. With like, it was me versus two.
So he got pushed twice, and he somehow survived both of them.
Well, so there's a high. It was fucking ended like way in the corner by Risky Real, right? And so there's
duos or squads.
Duos. So there's one high ground there, and a dude was up. His his high ground wasn't in the next circle, so he just built up and over, So I'm crawling around this mountain, like looking up at him, and I'm like, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker out, and I shoot him out, and he falls down, and he slides right in front of me, and I just with my scars, so it's me versus 2. And I'm like, I'm fucked because they were doing a pretty good job at like taking down my building and stuff. And then they ended up jumping down in a ditch, and I was looking down on them. And I had a rocket just knocked the dude, and then fucking went after this other dude with the scars. Beautiful, man. But
I had a game earlier today where we were playing squads with Jordan and Smokes, and I got lasered like I have never been lasered before. So it's just me and Smokes left, and they launch pad up to our high ground. Smokes get shotgun once in the face, so I just build a ramp and peek over. Dude hits me. I'm 100 health. He hits me with 4 bullets all in the head.
Oh shit! Yeah, it would be cool. Jimmy could play with us.
Blue burst now. If you're playing good and you blue burst 3 headshots, it's like
they're dead.
I just wrecked that kid.
Wish Jimmy would play with us, but he's too fucking cool.
That's funny because I said this morning, anybody want to play with me on stream? And then 2 of them were like, yeah, we'll come in late. And then not one word from
No, I said, can I come in late? And you said yes. I didn't say I will be there late.
Then Colby's like, yeah, I'll get my updates. Woo!
I did. I turned my PlayStation on. It's not updated yet.
Oh, well.
So I got some crazy insider information.
Let's hear it.
Well, you guys know the game that I've been talking about for a while that I'm a part of, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
I got the message last night.
I know. I actually got to like kick into full gear because shit is getting like super serious. I think I'm allowed to talk about it. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to.
Jimmy knows. You gotta tell everybody.
Well, no, he didn't tell him.
He's like, hit me up, dog, and I was like, text me, and then he never texted me.
Yeah. So this game I've been working on, right? It's basically if Clash of Clans and Pokemon Go fucked and had a baby, and it's like location-based, augmented reality, fucking Clash of Clans, basically, right? Yeah. So they've been working on it for 2 years, and I met the dude through just me and Colby randomly hitting him up. I've explained it before. I just was like, hey, you make games? And he's like, yeah, I'm also the head of marketing at Acorns, which is now a massive investment
billion-dollar company.
Yeah. And so that's how we got connected. And I was like, I got this page I can try. Like, if we do a game together, I could post on it. And he didn't really pay much attention to it. Then he finally was like, what's your page? I'm like, oh, it's this one. He's like, no fucking way, dude. Like, and then he just wanted to nut in my mouth, right? So he just came over 2 days ago, and we went out to dinner with Colby and the other 2 guys on the game. They're up here for a conference in Seattle. So long story short, he's got a lot of connections with people because he's basically in LA, and he left Acorns and he has his own marketing firm. And fucking, he was showing me emails with, like, he's staying at my house. Like, this guy he's like a real dude. He was showing me emails, having conversations with fucking Mark Cuban yesterday, and Mark Cuban was sending businesses to Sami so he could do marketing for him. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. And he's like, just talking about all the people, all the guys behind the scenes at these big businesses. And he starts talking about this guy named Mike Murphy. He's number 17 at Facebook. He's like, yeah, I got a call with him today. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is fucking cool shit. Like, I'm just used to looking at like fucking dirty articles all day, This is like, he was literally on the phone all day for doing the game stuff and his marketing firm, right? And so he's just on the phone. I'm like, this is a whole different world, like, that I've never really been I've always been like a straight line dude, like, post this fucking article for $20. Like, that's how I've always been, Are you
gonna be sail fishing with Cuban in a year?
That'd be fucking cool. But and also, I guess I better not give out Mark Cuban's email, but it's totally like kind of what you think it is, but it's not like it's like something at markcuban.com, It's fucking it's just a variation of his name at Gmail. But so he's like, yeah, I got to call this because he's looking for he's doing a round of funding for the game. Might be kind of boring for people, but I think it's fucking cool. He's doing a round of funding for the game. He's trying to raise $1 million, and he needs like $250,000 more, right? And so there's a dude who wants to be on the board of his gaming company, but he doesn't want to invest in the company. He just wants to be on the board. So he knows Mike Murphy, number 17 investor at Facebook, from Acorn. So he's like, I know Mike Murphy knows this guy, so I'm going to just do a little research, right? And so he plans to call with Mike Murphy. And so Mike Murphy got like $700 million from Facebook. And so he's like, hey, Mike, I'm just calling to ask about this guy. And he explains the game and everything to Mike. He's not calling to like get an investment from this guy with a shitload of money, right? And he's been trying to fund this, like doing funding for the last fucking year, like trying to close out this round, right? So he's just talking to the guy, explaining the game, and he's like, Mike Murphy, dude, just super casual. He just sounds like a normal guy. You would think like I think he's a billionaire outside of the stuff he's done on Facebook. But he's just like, hey, stop your funding right now. Focus on the game. Whatever the price is to do the funding and some, like, I got it. And I'll be on your fucking board. And he just, literally, I saw his eyes just nut. Like, he's just like, what? Like, he's lit. Like, he goes to people. It's hard to explain, like, a business with your very first mobile game. I mean, there's, like, horror stories. Like, Kurt Schilling lost a fuck ton of money investing into, like,
he lost every cent he owned.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, like, you would think going to somebody and asking for $50,000, like, they're going to be a little gun-shy, especially when there's nobody, like, if they're like, who else is part of this? And they're like, this Mr. Technical Difficult guy? And they're like, who the fuck? Like, fuck off, you know? But, like, when you go to raise more money, you're like, you know Mike Murphy? And they're like, no way, you know. I'm like, yeah, he's on our board, you know, he's an advisor and all this. And then people are like, you know. So, but now I have to get serious about actually, because I'm like more like the influencer promoter, like, you know, either doing stuff myself or then getting other people to do it, such things. Like, that's why I hit up Jimmy yesterday, because he's really connected to the YouTube world now. Like, I'm not, you know. But I never even texted him like he told me to, just because.
Well, now Jimmy knows that he's very valuable. He's gonna freaking.
I already knew it.
I've told Jimmy a long time ago, because it's.
But when he goes, it's time to get serious about the game, dog. I already knew what he wanted, but he got busy. I
mean, it's like I haven't really gone through like the whole approach of how we're gonna do it. Like the dude, just from his marketing firm, is gonna the game is gonna be massive regardless. You know, whether, you know, influencers or you're promoting or not, but you get a lot better.
You got to pull your equity weight, right?
Yeah. So yeah, the shit is rolling. I mean, it was crazy because the dude, if I look back, I like took a picture of him laying on he was just fucking, his mind was blown, like laying on my floor. I'm like,
sorry.
I'm like 2 years from now, he's a smart fucking dude. Like, he turned this marketing company. He's like, man, I'm tired of making, like, he basically made Acorns. Like, Acorns is $1 billion company, and he's literally the reason why, through his marketing, you know, that's what they always say, like, marketing makes companies. You know, it's not the fucking.
Does his wealth reflect that or no?
He has quite a bit of shares in Acorns, and then there's another app called Honey that he has a bunch of shares in.
Dude, it's all over fucking YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Honey ads.
Yeah, he fucking.
Hey guys, I went and got this headset, but you need to get it through Honey and you can have this little Chrome browser edition pop up, and Honey will tell you the best prices for everything.
Yeah, so he helped start that up and has shares in that, but
they are shelling out some cash.
Yeah, he wants to do his own. He wants to do his own thing, and his passion is gaming. Like, he doesn't really he doesn't really like marketing, but he's really fucking good at it. Like, people like Mark Cuban.
So if this goes to market and it's successful, this is his home run.
Oh yeah, he's not a dude to be like, man, this is gonna be a massive idea. Like, he really has to truly believe something. But he's like, I've had all these ideas. Right. Like, my marketing firm is gonna make me a lot of money, but the gaming company is gonna be his $1 billion idea. And I'm like, cool, dude, I'll take my fucking 3%. Sweet.
So the question is, when you're eight figure wealthy, are you still gonna do the podcast?
Oh yeah, dude. I've
just from a yacht.
The connection is unstable.
Oh yeah, I'll probably not. I'm just kidding. But no,
would that be to have all that money where, like, someone comes to you for an investment, and you're like, I got you.
No, if he has all that money, he's gonna buy our ad spots.
Yeah. So another thing with this Sami guy, what I was thinking for us, because he put me in touch with this company yesterday called Manscaped. So they sell, it's almost kind of like Dollar Shave Club, but it's just for like selling your pubes and like ball deodorant, right? Which is like the perfect fucking demo for us, right? Yeah. Like, kind of like vulgar, like they have. What?
Selling your pubes?
No, it's
shaving.
like shaving stuff, like safe shaving for your fucking nuts. Like I've tried to shave my balls before, some trimmers, and I clip my nutsack. Not severely, but
it's a difficult task.
Yeah, it's definitely not. You can't just use the same ones you use on your hair. But then they have they take like the funny approach. They have like fucking like ball sweat deodorant and stuff like. So
it's like man wipes too. Man wipes did that.
So yeah, that's what I'm because he gets tons of companies like a lot of them are kind of like startups throwing themselves at them for marketing. I'm like fuck like it'd be so like swing some our way. We'll get like the Manscaped would be perfect. But that's just what I'm thinking. I'm just an open book today.
I would like that.
Yeah. So cool dudes. I'm out.
Why is someone is calling?
Kyle's like, I put my contribution to the show today.
Jimmy, I saw your tweet that kind of rustled some feathers. Is he frozen?
He might be.
Yeah, there's no way he's holding that pose the whole time.
He's fucking frozen, boys.
What was his tweet that was controversial?
We'll wait for him to get back.
Let me fix this. I mean, I get both sides of it, but we'll wait for him.
Well, what tweet was it?
You just go on there, you'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Dude, what is going on? I don't. Oh, there.
They switched spots. Hey, Jimmy.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I kept saying the internet was unstable and you guys were roboting, so I just rebooted everything.
You're getting fucking nuked. Hey, how about Trump making some peace? Oh, man.
Dude, the people that were waiting for him to fail, I have to just hate their lives so much right now.
Dude, that's fucking it's impressive with what he's doing with North Korea. I mean,
yeah, they released those people, man.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive. Maybe he's maturing as a president, but I mean that's some impressive shit. I mean, you got like North Korea has hated us forever, and now we're just literally just asking them, hey, can we get our fucking prisoners back? Hey, yeah, dude, take them. Here's some nucks while you're at it.
Yeah, can you stop making stuff that would blow us all up? Yeah, we couldn't figure it out anyway. We'll stop.
But why? That's the craziest thing.
We melted our factory.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing in my mind is that we still literally kill people when we have disagreements. That's like people are fucking dying because people are having disagreements. Isn't that like just? It's like the most basic sense. How fucked up is that? Like in this day and age, that people are fucking getting killed for disagreements.
Just how the world's always been, though. Dude, I saw some crazy newscaster say some really bad shit about John McCain. So you know how he was like a prisoner of war during Vietnam and got like tortured?
Yeah.
So
there's like some person for some CIA position is up and she has to get like confirmed through the Senate. But she was part of like the torturing that we did for like prisoners we had during like the Iraq War or whatever. And like it's pretty widespread that like torture doesn't work because people will just say anything to make the pain stop or whatever. This guy goes on TV and he's like, well, torture works. It worked on John McCain. That's why they call him Songbird John.
Oh no. I did see that person get kicked out of the court today for freaking out on her. Like one of the whistleblowers. Damn, why would people don't think sometimes.
Hey, Jimmy, when you froze out, we saw that I don't follow you on Twitter. You are a high volume tweet guy. Nothing against you. You're just a high volume guy. That's just what you do, But somebody liked one of your tweets, and then I looked at a lot of responses. A lot of them were positive. A lot of them were negative. I'm sure you know the tweet I'm talking about. No babies on the fucking podcast.
What tweet are you talking about?
Something about filling up some gas.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah.
What about it?
It seemed controversial to me. There were some people that were like, "This is cool."
There was a couple people that were like, "Well, it's not an act of kindness since you told everybody about it." And I said the reason I told everybody was the end of the message. The whole message was a lot of people think, "Oh, that would be nice if I did something in that moment," but a lot of people don't do stuff in the moment. That was the whole point of it.
Give us a breakdown of play-by-play action. What happened?
Pulled up at the gas station, was pumping gas, and on the other side, on the other pump right next to me, you can hear people they're right there. lady got out of her car. She was saying something about, well, the gas tank's on empty and I have to get to work by 9 o'clock. And then we have to get you to your doctor appointment. Before that, you could just tell, like, super stressed. And then the guy was like, well, there's $3 and maybe $1 underneath the seat. And I'm like, fucking shit.
Jesus.
So she went inside to pay the $3 worth of gas. And I kind of peeked my head around the corner. I was like, man, did you say you're only putting $3 in? You guys have a lot going on today. And he's like, yeah, that's all we've got right now. And I've got a appointment for cancer that they found, whatever. And I'm just like, I got you. And I put my card in and filled his gas tank up. But the point of the tweet was that I've done it myself. You're in these situations where you could help if you have the means to, but you don't do it. You don't act on it. So I was just trying to be like,
what was the reaction to you paying their gas tank?
Oh, he almost started crying. I mean, they were obviously genuinely appreciative of it and stuff. But I mean, it wasn't the fact that I put $35 in a dude's gas tank. It was just, I've been there myself where I'm like thinking, man, I should help right here. But for whatever reason, that'd be awkward.
Another thing, like you tweeting that out, maybe that guy remembers that. So when he's in a position.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wonder.
I mean, there was like 3 douchebags that said, why you got to say something about it or whatever. And I was like, if you read the bottom of the tweet, the whole point was to send a positive message.
Yeah.
Well, let's move right along to Jimmy getting called out on the YouTube by Drifter.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What you want?
It wasn't bad though. I actually watched the majority of the video. Like, he leveled you is the lowest level, but you can tell he basically was like, this is okay, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'll go tell Brad to watch this. I could give 2 shits what Brad says about my clickbait. He knows that. We were in a DM chat that day where I was like giving him shit about him just joking around.
I mean, it's part of the like we've talked about it. It's part of the fucking game, man.
There was some really bad clickbait on that he mentioned.
Oh, well, the top dude, the one that did I tweeted that too. The one that pretended that girl was his 13-year-old sister.
Yeah, we talked about that.
1 kill equals 1 piece. Yeah, that's bad. That's all bad. But
Fortnite is so big though, you're gonna get clickbaiters.
I think he had to include me and Trevor and Allie and everybody just for the sake. If he had
Allie, the thing that like irks me about Allie, like I like him as a person, like I know him, and like his facial reactions on his thumbnails are just classic.
See, how does?
But I mean, you got his demo for those videos.
His demo
is like 8 to 13 or 14.
Yeah. But then there's like, he
actually wrote a children's book.
He actually earned his shit, you know. But like the dudes that are just like the dude that was just literally making up shit, you know, that's a whole different story. And that they make up shit and they just put somebody else's gameplay, and it literally has nothing to do with what they made up, and they have millions of followers, which is insane.
Look at Daquan on Instagram. Daquan on Instagram is the one of, I saw an article the other day about one of the most popular meme pages. Meme pages have been popular and growing since the last couple of years, since even the website stuff, like we watched them grow as we went. This guy whose page is at Daquan is one of the most popular verified pages on there, but he doesn't he just takes stuff and posts it, and it grows and it grows and it grows. And then you can't get mad at him. Yeah, sometimes it's annoying. I bet you there's people out there.
You can't get mad at him if he's taking your shit and posting.
Oh, I mean, like as another person who's posting content, like you can't be like, man, because he's playing the game. He just knows he has a connection, so he knows he can rip shit off and not get in trouble.
It's just
somebody gave me shit the other day for a video. It was in the comments. I did a top 10 highest kill games in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And like, for everyone I do, I put, let's say Ninja. I think Ninja was on there at number 3 or something for a duos or something. So obviously his name comes up on the lower third when I do it. I shout him out, and I put a link in the description to everybody in their channel and their clip that I do.
And you're talking over every clip.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're stealing their content. That's review.
No, that's within fair use.
Yeah.
Rules.
Well, that's dude,
this extreme trends guy or whatever that channel is, literally it's like Thanos. Thanos is out for 2 hours and he's already got a video up. Ninja reacts to 23 kill Thanos run whatever blah 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 every day. It's like
speaking of Ninja, I saw he was getting some just nonsense that you got on your tweet about how he's toning down the swearing on his stream because the people that he meets are really young.
I think he. I think he. I don't. I think
And
he's doing that.
And
I think
the parents were like, I wish I could let him watch it with the sound on or whatever. So I guess
I mean, if he's doing that and the demo is heavier on that age group than above, then it's a smart business decision. Why would you not?
Well, that's why Jake Paul bleeps out every word. People say it's not even really for the ad.
Did you guys see Drama Alert? Keem got hold of the thing.
Oh, that is crazy. Team 10 has taken a dive.
Well, not that. Everybody's quitting Team 10. But yesterday, Jake Paul does that late night talk show, like a late night talk show. And the company is having to send out emails to parents and offering them $50 cash for each kid they bring between a certain age
seat fillers, really?
to come watch the show.
Oh, and they attached his name to it?
Not his brand, his name, the header, everything.
So hold on, fill me in. So
that is
so I know Jake Paul's been taking heat, right?
So he does he does like a tour, right, where he'll go and like people will go watch it. Like it's like a stand-up type thing, but it's not just stand-up. Like he does
late night. It's like a late night talk. He's like copying Conan and them, but doing his own whatever, blah blah blah.
But it's live on stage.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get you guys.
No, so what a lot of people like. So my buddy told me this when he moved to New York. So remember Jerry Springer's bodyguard Steve Waco's whatever the ball did.
Yeah.
He had a show that was getting a lot of popularity, and then for my buddy who was a student just at NYU Law School, they got like a thing that was like, hey, we're trying to fill these seats, yada yada yada, like $25, right? And then the Steve Waco's guy had to come out and be like, hey, I didn't know that they're paying people. Like I have people that want to come for free, and it was a huge thing. I can't believe this guy did it.
You'd think he'd be popular enough just to get people in the seats, though.
Look at this guy. Yeah. Oh, Jake Paul. Oh, what an idiot.
Wow. I that's crazy about the Team 10 thing, like that they got a dad that just wants to control everything.
Kill everybody.
Fires everyone.
You know what that reminds me of? Have you seen the movie The Clapper with what's his name?
I just watched it on Netflix last night.
The guy that gets paid like $20 to go to every one of these infomercial things and ask a question.
Ed Helms and Tracy Morgan. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Well, cool. You know how much we talk about the fucking Paul brothers on this shit? You would think.
Hey, I booked a deep fishing charter trip today.
Ooh, where?
In Florida.
Did you say deep sea fishing?
Yep.
Ooh, man,
are you gonna get seasick?
Do what?
Are you gonna get seasick?
They got marlins out there. That'd be sick.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
we go out, we bring our own beer, our own food, 8 hours, whatever we catch, they ice up and clean. And
yeah, my buddy did that. He got a big ass marlin.
Yeah, my brother-in-law got a marlin while I was with him, and I'm like,
back when I was like middle school, we were on the Gulf of Mexico side of Florida, and we went fishing or whatever. All we caught was those blowfish.
Oh shit. Yeah, I caught a mahi-mahi. That fish is sweet, a mahi-mahi.
Like
what?
50-50 chance you die if it's not cooked right?
Yeah, it's sweet because when you take them out of the water, they like blow themselves up. When you toss them back, they float, and then they like exhale or whatever and disappear back in the water. Yeah,
that's like that sushi documentary I watched in Japan. There's like a fish you have to sign a waiver for because if it's not cooked right, like only certain chefs.
If it's not like cut right, yeah.
Yeah, if it's not cut right,
we should all get together and each do a puffer fish roulette bite. See who dies.
Yeah, 50 chance. 2 of us are dying.
So, do you know when you take a puffer fish out of the water that's puffed up, it actually puffs out water, not air? Isn't that weird?
Did not know that.
Well, it breathes water.
No, I know, but there's a video I posted a long time ago. It was a puffer fish out of the water, and it was deflating, and it was just shooting water out of his mouth, and you're like, oh, duh.
Yeah. Colby, Jordan sent us a deep thought yesterday. I like it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
A little deep thought. It says, when you are born in a hospital, that hospital will be the only building that you exit that you did not enter.
Dude. That's a good one.
When you're what in a hospital?
When you're born in a hospital.
Oh, I thought you said bored. I'm like,
no.
That's a good one.
No.
I mean, like, not
because
ever.
Any building you ever leave again, you had to have entered it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really truly like blow my mind because you're still physically, and it's not like you're alive right when you're born, you know? Like when you enter, when she's in labor, you're fucking alive. You're just chilling in the belly.
I saw one that was
Dream
peer
killer.
pressure. Peer pressure as an adult is seeing your neighbor mow their lawn.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Did you
I think
see
it
they're
was
bringing back that series, the 13 Ways to Die or whatever?
Oh my god.
What was that? You know, we talked about it on the show. They're gonna do a season.
13 Reasons Why. Yeah,
They're gonna do a season 2. So, is somebody else gonna die?
God,
Or
I hope so, man.
No, hold on. I saw the thing. So 13.
That show was so fucking trash.
While you were looking that up, Bill and Ted 3.
Who?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 3.
Well, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Kyle, you may be too young.
Hey, this on 13 Reasons Why was the most fucking garbage series. Like most, what the fuck is the word? Like stereotypical series I've ever seen in my fucking life.
How do you do a season 2?
I'm looking right now.
I don't know. Hopefully, you just hear funeral and it's over, so I can laugh at something.
Anyway,
It
Bill and
was
Ted,
fucking
Keanu
retarded.
Reeves is coming back for that, and Mike Myers said that he wants to start
Dr. Evers' perspective.
Dr. Evil trilogy.
Yeah, he just wants to do it from his perspective,
Yeah.
which would be.
I like
really
that.
funny.
All right, so this says that it says season 1 left a number of loose ends about what was happening in the present, including a lawsuit against the school and a hint of a potential school shooting. For all intents and purposes, it seemed like it was finished, but now we have the trailer for 13 Reasons Why season 2.
AKA monies. The fucking show sucked. It was fucking retarded.
The new season appears to
You have to
fit
watch it
in
with
as
your
much melodrama and unrelenting darkness as the predecessor. The trailer opens. Oh, it's the same guy is following again. The story will follow the character's attempts to return to a normal life while the high school prepares to go on trial. That won't last long since someone is trying to obscure the truth of Hannah's death. Apparently, there are more secrets left undiscovered. Another part of the story will focus on Bryce's rape of Jessica. Spoiler alert, by the way. Yes, Jessica got raped by Bryce.
Oh yeah,
Bryce,
the rich jock.
There's also a framing going around from a party.
If you watch that show as a comedy, it's funny as fuck. Like
Amazon spinning
it is literally like I feel like the people that created the show didn't go to high school. You know, they just thought of like the biggest stereotypes they could fucking think of. So she has a couple drinks with her friend, right? You guys have seen it. She has a couple drinks with her friend.
I haven't watched it.
She goes to talk to like okay. So here, this is one of the biggest points of the movie. She has a friend over who is a photographer, right? She talks.
Dude or girl?
It's a girl. So it's two girls. The girl that offs
How
herself.
many cups?
Shut the fuck up. It's the girl that offs herself and her photographer friend. Here's the setup. She thinks somebody's taking pictures of her through her window, right? So she brings her photographer friend over so they can set up flash photography and catch the person taking pictures through their window, right? Oh, no. They ended up having a couple drinks. And while having some drinks, they take their clothes off and are like fooling around on her bed. And the photographer that's been taking pictures through her window takes that opportunity and takes the picture of them fooling around, right?
Okay.
And then, so that's one of the reasons why she decided to kill herself. Because even though the picture that the photographer or the creep took through her window, even though you couldn't see who it was, he still released the pictures to the school and people just assumed that it was her, you know, and so it ruined her friendship with this photographer girl. And but it's fucking common sense. Like, you're trying to catch somebody taking pictures, so why the fuck are you gonna get naked in your room
Right.
that they've been taking pictures of, you know? And that shit also does not happen. Like nobody fucking creeps on your house and then you miraculously, let's drink for the first time and then fucking roll around on the bed. Hey, somebody's taking pictures at my house, so I'm not going to close the blinds. I'm just going to let anybody fucking see me rolling around with you lesbian style, you know? It's fucking retarded. It is literally, like, there's literally no realistic, like this Bryce dude. He fucking sees the girl at the store and he just goes into fucking full grabs her ass and like, and it's just, I mean, maybe that happens, but it's just like the jock dude is just like the biggest asshole rich guy. He raped some girl. I mean, it's some of the most unrealistic shit. And that's the thing. That's what's wrong is like people are watching this shit thinking that it actually happens. Like that's like to me that's fucked up.
I think my favorite part about any show that is set in like the high school setting is the jock is always like the 10 out of 10, good looking dude, nice hair, quarterback.
That way forever.
But then you think about it, and you can talk to anybody who went to high school, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
like
no.
the biggest prick dude wasn't ever like the quarterback jock. It was always like, you know, there was a level to it. You know what I mean? Like every school was different, and it almost
anybody could be the fucking prick dude.
Yeah,
you know?
It almost never was the quarterback of those.
It's not the fucking 80s, man. Like maybe in the 80s when things were a little bit different. It's
John
fucking
people think it's the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I mean the show is fucking trash, dude. So what happens is she basically goes through these 13 life events in high school, and that's what leads up to her suicide. So she leaves all these fucking tapes behind, like kind of leaving like little crumbs about like, you know, why she ended up killing herself. And it's just like the most. So one of the reasons why she ended up killing herself is because some fucking weirdo made like a hot girl list. Like that's normal for like junior high shit. Like, like this.
Well, that's what Zuckerberg did to create Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But so she was
Yeah.
number one on the nicest ass list, and you would think that was cool, but then everybody wanted to touch her ass because this fucking weirdo.
Dude, I
emo
would pay
fuck.
to watch you review movies.
No, it is.
What you should, dude. You should create a channel.
Because you're like, the way you talk about it is so funny. Just like, oh, because everybody wants to touch your ass now.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm like, shouldn't that be cool that you're number one on the list? And you know, it's fucking weird. I also laugh at like we were watching Shark Tank last night, like Shark Tank, and then I followed up watching what's the chef one where people they start with 4 and then it gets cut down every meal?
Chopped, dude.
Chopped. Yeah. So I'm just like everybody has a fucking sob story, and that's what really pisses me off about like you're in this opportunity and then they start like, I'm doing it for my fucking dad, and they start like crying. And so I don't know, maybe it's just me being fucking super insensitive, but I cannot stand when people for doing what. So they were good chefs, so that's why you're on the show, you know. And then they have to throw out this bullshit like inspiration, which they're just looking for like the sob points, you know, like I did it. But
It makes good TV.
I want to do something right here. Hold on.
Hey, off topic real quick. Let me tell you the fish we're going to be fishing.
Please. I need you to come tell these guys something really quick without me giving you any hints.
Okay, I'll tell you in a minute.
Some El Dorado. Is there El Dorado there?
Yeah, I got a cowboy baby here too. All right, I'm gonna take you guys. All right, they can hear you. You might not be able to hear them. I need you to tell everybody my biggest. You don't want to be on the camera?
It's too late.
She in her bra?
Tell everyone my biggest problem with Chopped. The thing I hate the most about when I'm watching Chopped and I start raging at the TV. Oh, she's not going to say it now.
I don't know.
The sob stories.
Oh, yeah. The predictability.
Yeah, I always say that, Kyle. Every time I'm like, oh, here we go. Going to be a sob story.
Oh, it's literally everybody has a fucking sob story. Like,
you know who's going to win. And then so then they'll have the guy who will be like, I'm going to take the money and go on a vacation. And you're like, that kind of thing.
like that. They're like, why are you here today? I'm like, because I'm fucking trying to make some money, like doing my shit. Like I'm a fucking bomb ass cooker, but they're like,
eat the camera. Eat the camera.
I did it for my fat sister with diabetes. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
say that.
Oh, sorry, Arya.
Yeah,
you can't hear me.
Before Jimmy goes into his fish thing, I'm gonna send a picture in Skype. It's the new Best Buy logo. Tell me what it makes you think.
Oh,
of.
They're changing it.
Why?
Tell me what that new logo makes you think of first.
Okay, let me see it. No one said it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
That's the same font.
Is that serious?
No. What you're getting off of, you're thinking that because of the blue gradient in the background.
Yeah, it's not the font, but it's
And
still
the
similar.
yellow. And the yellow.
And the yellow.
Dude, that fucking sucks.
What's
That
the
looks like you sent me $10 and said, "Hey, whip me up a logo real quick."
Yeah.
I could do that.
Like,
Who
what's
knows
your
crazy is
favorite font?
Some art design company probably got paid like
$1 million.
So much money.
Who even shops at Best Buy anymore? Like I drive by there sometimes.
I do. I shop there.
Well,
No,
so
Best Buy
Kyle
is
and I will do
sweet.
the same thing. Kyle and I will do the same thing. We get hyped to go there because we're like, oh, maybe we'll find something. And every time we get there, we do the same thing. We go on Amazon and we check the ratings and the reviews. And most of the time, there's something that's higher rated. They don't have it. You're just like, damn it, I'll get it on Amazon. But necessity, like let's say you need something that day, yeah, I'll go to Best Buy.
Do they got graphics cards there, or are they sold out there too?
They're probably sold out.
We bought our washer and dryer there.
Dude, Best Buy is cool. They got some clean deals too, and the price matching. Like they actually adapted, unlike Circuit City.
Or Fry's.
Fry's is different though. Fry's is cool, but like all their employees that work in store are commissioned, which is weird because they got a lot of employees. But that's a whole different story for a whole different day.
Fish.
Yeah, El Dorado. Get some El Dorado.
We are going to be fishing for bottom fish like big amberjacks that average 20 to 45 pounds or bigger.
Big fucking slugs.
Triggerfish.
That's a big fish.
Vermilion snappers. Amberines and possibly scamp.
So nothing cool?
Do you know what all those fish are?
Sounds like shit, even though those are like...
I'm looking at pictures of
they're probably like variations of like cod. Like
the question is, Jimmy, have you announced when you're going so we can plan on you not being here so we don't roast you?
Oh, you'll roast me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, no, on the last episode, there was not even a roast. It was a fake roast.
Because he was here.
Kyle goes,
I was here.
No. The last one he missed, you said that stuff, and you go, I'm just kidding, Jimmy. I know you're going to listen to it. And, of course, Jimmy writes, I ain't even going to listen this time.
I didn't even watch
it. Bad, dude. I was talking about your family, your fucking parents. I was fucking bad.
You could say anything at this point.
That scamp fish is that's not
mud dwellers.
That's not anything to take lightly.
Dude, you need to go to Cabo or Cancun and get some marlin, get some El Dorado.
Get a shark, dude. Shark Week, man.
Did I tell the story about when we caught a marlin? I had to have.
Holy shitballs.
It's an ugly ass fucker, huh? Did I tell my marlin story?
The amberjack is the one that we're going for big time. Look at this freaking fish, dude. Holy crap.
Amberjack sounds like a beer.
Look at that picture.
Oh, wow.
I'm afraid to click it.
I'm seeing that red snapper is number 8 on the best tasting fish.
Oh, I gotta.
Did you see that picture of the amberjack?
For some reason, anytime I open my browser, it fucks up this shit. I'm all choppy. Why don't you go for? Have I told my marlin story?
No.
Oh, well, I'll make it quick. So we went to Cabo. We decided to do an awesome timeshare presentation where we got a great deal on.
You told us that story.
Yeah, no. But one of the deals is going out on the boat, you know. So I caught an El Dorado, which is a mahi, the green fish with like the fucking hammerhead forehead. Awesome fish.
Yeah,
tastes
cool.
fucking bomb. So he hooks up. His life dream was to hook up and get a fucking marlin, right? So the dude, these fishermen are just immaculate. He's working 6 lines like in unison. It was the most impressive thing I've ever seen, right? And so he hooks up a marlin, which a marlin you just throw in, you fish off the top and you go real fast, right? So he hooks up a marlin, and my fucking brother-in-law battled this thing for an hour and a half, like 45. Like he did it by himself. You're supposed to like switch off with friends, but I'm like, I want nothing to do with this. So he's fucking battling this shit, and he's like, man, I really just want to cut this shit off the line right now. Like, I am exhausted, yada, 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 right? But he just keeps going. He gets it to the side of the boat, and there's like so basically a marlin has 0 nutritional value or not nutritional value, but people don't fucking eat it because it tastes like shit, you know? But
so he just basically just mount it, right? Correct.
Yeah, so and that's not even the fish. That's more just, you know, they use the fish to replicate, and it's not actually the fish that's up there. So he's fucking going. He's tired as shit, sweaty. His arm's about to fall off. He's just going insane.
Sweaty.
So they get the fish. He just battled this motherfucker for 2 hours, and they get it to the side of the boat. And the first thing the guy asked was like, you want to keep it? And Seth, being exhausted and shit, didn't really like think about it. And he just goes, yeah. So the dude takes out a hammer and just goes, whack, and fucking cracks in the head. We're like, oh, no. You know, like there's just mass. He encaved this fucking head, and we're just kind of like, oh, shit. So we fucking load it. Like you just basically just tie it to your boat and you drag it in, right? But on our way in, I'm talking to Seth. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do with it, dude? We're in Cabo, right? And he's just like, I didn't really think about that, And so the guy gives us this paper for the taxidermy. So what they do is you take it to the taxidermy and they send it, get all that shit
How
done.
much did that
Yeah, so
cost?
we're like,
Oh damn!
so we're like debating a price in our head. We're like, first off, I ain't paying shit because not my fucking fish.
$800. That's my guess.
Yeah, so that's what we said. We're like, it's got to be like $500 to $800, and like that's probably worth it, man. This is a once in a lifetime thing. So we're dealing with fucking Mexicans all day. Like people, like the dude took us out of the boat. Literally, almost spoke no English, right? And there's nobody that spoke English. So we get back into the port, and already the fucking taxidermy, this fucking white-haired ass white dude, is like, all right, I'm your taxidermy guy. Like, there's like 6 dudes. So it's pretty uncomfortable. It's not like a one-on-one negotiation. There's like 6 fucking dudes. It was like $2,800.
What?
And then we're like, fuck that. And the only, like, we're like, so, like, it's super uncomfortable because we told them we were going to keep the fish. But now we're just like, we don't want the fucking fish. Like, we'll take pictures with it and shit and, like, have somebody do it back home. But, like, we don't want the fish. And you could tell, like, they were fucking pissed. Like, we just hammer-headed a shark. Or not a shark, but a fucking marlin. Killed it. And we're literally not, like, we're not going to keep it or nothing. And they're like, well, like, we can cut it up and give it to the poor people. And we're like, all right, yeah, it's going to a good cause, like trying to make us feel better about it. But the white dude, the fucking white hair old dude was so fucking mad. He thought he was like, for sure, $2,500. Like, like that's a solid day for something that's probably not even worth even close to that.
He probably rips people off every day.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, and he was like a prospector ass looking
motherfucker. Put you in that
motherfucker.
situation like the timeshare situation. He's waiting for you at the dock.
Yeah, no, he was at the dock with his fucking squad, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I had no part reeling this shit in because I ain't dealing with, like, you can negotiate whatever you want, but I ain't fucking dealing with it, And yeah, so they ended up fucking slicing that thing up and giving it to poor people, I guess, even though they probably sold it to somebody else and still made money, but hey.
Oh, so he took it and stuffed it.
On Google, it says that the average cost to mount a marlin, depending on the size. So 85-inch is $765. 100-inch is $900.
But you're catching it in Cabo and sending it to
one of those people.
Yeah, you're shipping it. That was the biggest cost, was shipping the fish. I don't get it because you're just making a replica of it,
I was about to say, how are they going to make it look good if he caved the face in?
Yeah, that's what I said. We were like you see like its brain. We took pictures with it, and it's fucking massive. But you see like its brains and stuff hanging out. I'm like, this isn't that cool, guys. Like,
you say you caught a mahi?
El Dorado, yeah, dude. But that was sweet because they took the fish right to the store on the dock or this little restaurant, and you give it to them, and they make it 7 different ways for you. And
I heard it's a pretty tasty fish.
Oh
too.
yeah, it's one of my favorite.
Hawaii, right?
Probably yeah. No, probably yeah. We also had I had the tuna.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking.
God, these fucks call me every day.
All right, dudes, I got to roll.
Jimmy's got to roll. What's up? Hello.
Hello. You called earlier this morning?
I don't.
About what?
I don't think so. Who's this?
This is Roger Claflin.
What was it about?
Did we talk or did I leave a message?
Well, I think you got hung up on.
Huh. You hung up on me?
I think that's what happened. I was trying to answer the phone and wasn't able to get. When I picked it up, I shut it off. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, so
okay.
I think what typically happens is these Google scammers they'll fake other people's numbers and call people and say you need to get do you have a business or something?
Have a what?
A business?
Right.
Yeah, they'll try and get your business on Google, and I also have a business, so I think they were using my phone number to call you because do you have a 425-260 number? Yeah, so they use that. That's what they do. They use a number familiar to yours because they think you're going to answer it, and you think it's from the area when it's typically not.
I get those all day.
I get like 3 calls a day, but it sounds like they're using my number to call people. So now
ask him if he wants to sponsor a podcast.
Now it makes for an awkward conversation. What do you do for business? Maybe you can sponsor one of our podcasts.
Well, I do building maintenance work.
Okay.
Perfect.
Huh.
But I'm not in the Seattle area.
Oh, okay.
Our podcast is worldwide.
Yeah, our podcast is nationwide. We're actually you're actually doing it right now. You're on the show.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Ask him if he's ever been.
Not your phone number or anything, but just your voice. But yeah, I'm assuming that's what happens because I get like 3 calls a day from 425.
Ask him if he's ever been deep sea fishing.
But one of the guys, we're actually just talking about deep sea fishing. Have you ever gone deep sea fishing?
Yes, I have.
What? Did he ever catch anything?
For
like a
marlin, El Dorado, or bottom fish?
Well, the only fish I ever caught was a sucker.
A sucker?
Sucker fish.
Yeah, you caught my ex-girlfriend.
All right, guys, I got to roll.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. They're using my phone number, so.
Tell him you love him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, take my number off your list then.
No, I don't have your number. I didn't call you.
Tell me you love him.
All right, I love you. You got to talk to them to take your number off.
Well, I'll just have to block it then. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Call you later. Bye.
That dude had no idea what was going on.
Dude, the best is when they'll call you for the business, then you'll play along with them and be like,
I get those calls too, Kyle, where it'll be like, because mine's like it'll be like the first 3 digits of my phone number, so I think it's coming from like a.
Yeah, the rate,
do it
the
every
pickup.
time.
It's the
I get
pickup
3
rate
days.
probably increases by so much. But Jimmy's got to go. Say bye.
I got to go. Bye, guys.
Are we all leaving or just Jimmy?
I mean, I'm cool to stick around.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're fine. We'll end it.
I think that's a good place to end it. But that guy didn't know any idea what was. You were like trying to explain what was happening to him. He had no clue what you were talking about.
Yeah, no.
Title of Jimmy. Title of the show.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
I feel like we were connecting, and then he goes, "Take my number off your list." Like, dude, you missed the whole purpose of what I was even saying.
I love you.
Jimmy, title it.
We talked about pufferfish. We talked about Jake Paul. We talked about
Trump's a savage.
Clickbait. Fortnite clickbait.
That's yeah, perfect.
Let's do that. Fortnite clickbait.
Yeah.
All right.
100. Hey, dude, first of all, title it 99 kills solo Fortnite clickbait. Nice. Look at me, dude.
Or Fortnite clickbait dash Kobe gets 97 kills with Thanos.
Boom.
Now, oh yeah, do that. We gonna get some sushi, Colby?
Sure.
Bye.
I'll go sushi.
All right, I'll come snag or meet you
thumbnail,
there, snag you. All right, thumbnail.
Kyle, give me a call tonight.
Okay.
Can I give you a call, Jimmy?
Sure.
Let's chit chat. All right, later, guys. Bye.
Speaking of calls, now that the show's over, it's not recording, right?
Hold on
Jimmy-
one sec.